Good morning, and let me check if we are live already or not. Seems that we are live. Yeah.
Hi guys.
All good. Good morning. Hey, how are you, Andrei?
Thank you. Good. Not too much sleep, but good. And ready to write some code, or at least to look at somebody writing some code. It's also interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, indeed. So, hi everyone again. This is XTechnology Code Hour. Today's session is special for us. Let me explain why. Well, first of all, what is XTechnology? The group of people who collaborate on different projects to explore different technologies and have fun while coding and doing stuff. Here's our website, which you can find different kind of activities we had, workshops. This is a meetup sort of activity that we are doing right now. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy our videos and stay tuned for our channels. Yeah, feel free to collaborate as well. Yeah, so about today's session, it's special, like I said, today, well, special because I'm gonna be coding a part, doing the coding part today, and I was not doing that since something like May. So let's see how that works today. This is the first reason why it's special. Second reason um, is gonna be interesting set of technologies again. That we exploring with Andrew, not Andrei, but Andrei was helping us a lot before. So as you can see, we have different topics in GRPC Microservices, and to continue this track, we decided to do one more exercise. We actually did it a week ago, I think, in our channel. So we started with a micro ecosystem, micro.dev. Let me quickly open that. So this is a framework for Go, which yeah, that seems to be correct one. Yeah, this is a good diagram, I think. So this is a framework that provides a lot of infrastructure services for gRPC microservices in Golang. And as you can see, it has an authorization system, it has events, well, network registry systems, all kind of things together. And the idea that we pursuing with this framework is we're gonna build a system of microservices together with Micro that communicate to each other and also to external world. And while doing that, we have a system of some multiple microservices that communicating to each other. We want, as a next goal, we want to explore this ecosystem while checking logs, while checking statistics, and find what services are actually not performing well. So that's our end goal in this whole thingy. So we started last time with a micro ecosystem. We started it with a Kubernetes. We deployed a Hello World microservice with a micro system into the Kubernetes. We added a service mesh on top of that, which was a Linkerd. So today, what that brings us for today's session, and today is gonna be an external one. And I will go now to a diagram that we drew with Andrew this week.
But can I have one little question? So Micro is a framework, and all this. Could you switch back to previous tab?
Micro is a framework, and what was the second?
Yeah, can you change the tab to the image diagram?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Yeah. And like AU build broker, it's already microservices which they provide out of the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a sort of a prerequisite that that running and working quite well because it's a system itself. We found some, well, not drawbacks, but something that doesn't allow to easily to use this system for external microservices. So basically, what I'm saying is that if you want to build your own gRPC microservice uh, and communicate to a system of microservices built with micro, that would
Mm-hmm.
be that is possible, but that would be not using a gRPC layer. So you have to do it with the HTTP layer. At
Mm-hmm.
least that is so far we concluded.
Mm-hmm.
So back to our maybe to the closer to our today. So this is actually the picture of what I just explained. So we have a micro ecosystem itself. It has a Hello World service, which is one of the services, and maybe there will be multiple of them in here. And we have some kind of microservices here. They are external to a microsystem, as you can see. So today we're actually going to be building and focusing on this part. So this is a Node.js gRPC HTTP microservice built on NestJS. So that's our goal for today. And one more time to show you this whole diagram here. So we have a Linkerd Kubernetes in Microcube. Linkerd is a service mesh that runs all these microservices together. Uh, there is a system of microservices, both on micro, and we will attach some load to that. That would be probably in the next steps, not today. And we will try to send this traffic to all kind of microservices, and we will try to measure and find what is a service that not performing well with using Linkerd
Mm.
capabilities and maybe micro capabilities, if that comes to mind.
Oh.
There are, on top right corner here, we see the flow that we potentially see for traffic. So we have a load, it goes to a micro ecosystem, to some microservices, and then it potentially can go to Node.js service here on bottom. Or otherwise can go to the other direction. The load can go from the left bottom corner to Node.js external microservice, and then go inside the micro ecosystem. And again, the goal is to see what service doesn't perform well.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions, Andrei, on that point?
No, I think it's a great idea. So it's like real world debugging of microservices architecture.
Yeah.
It's quite a common task. Then you need to figure out what the servers is not performing well.
Yeah, and surprise, surprise is gonna be one in Node.js, right? This is let's leave it for now. Yeah, maybe it would get some other microservice. It actually depends, of course. So for today, let's try to build one gRPC microservice in NestJS. For that, I think NestJS is a quite good library to start with. Well, because of many reasons. I think, Andrei, you know it more than much more than myself, but I think gRPC works super well with NestJS. So I think we can just begin by creating a new project, see if we can get first gRPC Hello World service running with NestJS, and afterwards we can apply some additional constraints to that. How does it sound?
Yeah, great. But I think that you need to scale your screen if you're going to share a web browser because fonts not
Good sense.
Yeah.
Zoom in a little, like that.
Yeah, like this. Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. So basically, we need to start with a new project. We probably will need Nest CLI. We need to create. So it's not starting here. It's gonna be on top of Nest CLI project already, right? So let me do the visuals. Let me share the Visual Studio Code. 1 second, I will need to go to the microservices mesh, I think. This is a repository that we have with Andrew. Okay, ready to share it. Right. So this is our microservices service mesh project. Let me check if we have additional comments that I missed. All good. Okay. So now.
So now you're gonna create a microservice here and install Nest, or you already have something?
No, I think the first one. Yeah, we need to create a new microservice basically. So let me do the folder NestJS. Right. So we are inside NestJS. Yeah, I don't know about the structure. It doesn't sound very concrete right now. So yeah, then please guide me, Andrei. What should I do? Is a Nest CLI, right? Nest CLI should be something like.
I would open the main page of the Nest and copy the command. It's always a good way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You remember it. You can. Because I do
not.
No,
I don't, because they might have updated it, right? So I just don't try not to remember that. Yeah, I did it in the background, so I will not reshare it. But I think indeed it asks us to install this NestJS CLI and then create a new project name. So what we're gonna do, I prefer not to install globally tools unless this is necessary. So I can do something like that, npx NestJS CLI, I guess, and then I can do new, and then let's say Nest Hello World. Oh, it's already NestJS. That's gonna be hello GRPC.
Yeah, probably you want to do it from root level, because now you create a new subfolder inside the NestJS folder. I'm not sure if that's what you want.
Probably, yeah, but because we might have multiple of those. We have decided.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so like that, let's go for it. Okay, to proceed. Yeah, I like this question by NPM that now it asks. Previously,
yeah, but
was not the case.
It shows the version at least.
No, but it asks like, okay, are you sure you want to run this one? So like, yeah, if I wouldn't understand what I'm doing with this command, which makes sense. Okay, that was easy. I prefer to use npm because I haven't installed yarn on my local.
Yeah, but I think that now there's no big difference. I mean, several years ago there was war, and the npm was very slow.
Yeah, I remember that. Was a funny. I was for vacation 1 week, and then I had to. I said, "Yeah, what's on? What's new? What updates for the project?" The guy said, "Yeah, I will just migrate from npm to yarn." I go, "What? What is a yarn?" Literally 1 week in that I had vacation. Facebook introduced yarn at this point.
Yeah.
It was a 15, I think, 2015 December or something like that.
Yeah, but more competitors, better products they provide.
Absolutely.
So that's good.
Yeah. What do you think about PNPM?
Never tried it. But, that's good. That's it. Yes. They're trying to make things faster to survive, and it's always evolution.
Yeah, I actually now looking at the names that I got to the directory, but I don't like it. But that's let's leave it. Is always hard. So okay, so it's go and just start it, and let's see if that is gonna be working. really like the NestJS ecosystem. I think it evolves very nicely. Like you got a lot of functionality from the box, and it's all quite stable. And a lot of plugins in the community. I really like how it all evolves. Right. So it says it's working, isn't it?
Should be.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do you have a way to send the requests from Visual Studio? Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, you can do that like that. Do you know by heart which port should it be? Something like.
I would try 3000.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, hello world.
Nice.
Indeed. Nice. Okay, so we have a service, GRPC in our case. Will it recompile it automatically? I guess not, right? It should be like a build or something like that.
Yeah, I think that it's already updated. So you need to just save file and start dev probably you need to use.
Let me try. Yeah, that's interesting. So hello world. Yeah, so by default, start doesn't recompile it. Yeah, makes sense. Nest start, and this is a start. Should be start dev. Right. Like it. Nice. Okay. That was easy. So this is so far our project. It doesn't look too big. So we have a starter, we have one service, we have a model, controller itself, and the controller calls a service. We have some spec file. This is straightforward, I think. With the dependencies, I expect a bunch of NestJS dependencies. This is interesting. Rimraf, I think I sent a message to NestJS Discord channel. Hey guys, Rimraf probably shouldn't be in dependencies inside when you create a new project. And the guy said probably, yeah, but I could not find a way to contribute that. So I don't know. That's quite a complicated structure of the project. At least it looked to me. Interesting that we also have RxJS. RxJS probably is not used yet, right? I'm not sure at which point it's going to be used.
Yeah, pretty sure that it used in the core of the framework intensively, and it allows you to create pipes. Usually, you use this library. So if there is example of pipe, then it should be here, but I don't see it. Probably it's just the most common thing which you probably would need, but Rimraf, it's strange.
Yeah. But it should be a dependency of a NestJS core or something like that, right? Because it's not used by this source here. So yeah, probably these two things. I'm saying probably they should not be here, and maybe also reflect metadata. But that's old me complaining about all kind of things that I see. So that's fine. All right, so hello GRPC is started, it's running. Now should we go to this GRPC tutorial, I guess, right, and try to install it. First thing it says, I have it in my background, install gRPC JS and Protoloader. These are the libraries that are used for communicating with a protocol, the gRPC protocol. Those are, I think, official libraries of from a Proto community or from Protobuf and the gRPC community. So let's see. So we have those added to dependencies. Should be added to dependencies because it says save. Sorry, that was the wrong one. I did it on the core on the top level.
Oh.
Yeah, shouldn't be like that.
Just use npm move, because you still
npm
have it
move.
in non-modules.
I don't see node modules on top directory. That's weird. Oh, it wasn't
Yeah.
just updated. Okay. Let's go inside NestJS.
Probably it's the reason why rimraf is in the dependencies. That's almost the first thing which you do after installation. Right?
Yeah,
It's
that's true. That's true. Okay, so it should be fine inside this directory. All right, that is done. Now we can see it here. Okay, next step. Yeah, it's hard for me to switch between a screen and between the browser and Visual Studio Code, so I will just first look at that myself. Show you. And we read it together.
And what our first goal? So we're gonna make some call with gRPC, and what service we going to call.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, with this tutorial, we got a gRPC service running, and it basically itself is a gRPC service, so it can reply to a gRPC request, but it also provides a REST API, so you can call curl something, and it will reply from an endpoint that is that derives from the same service. So it's going to be implementing both this Hello World service here. Okay, gRPC. Do you understand where to edit? Where to add this configuration? TS. Yeah, it's main TS clearly.
But create microservice. So it creates microservice and use transport as gRPC. And so we go in to call this microservice from the main application, or how they want to do it next. So why we're not adding transport to existing application? That's my question. But let's probably follow the instruction and we'll understand this, because I've not never touched gRPC with tests. So very interesting. But
Okay, 1 second. Drag in some stuff here. Yeah, right. So I expect it's not much of work actually, but main TS. Yeah, I'm not completely sure what.
proto files.
Yeah, we're gonna create one. Yeah, I think proto should be also described here. Yes, if we go a little lower, there's gonna be one. Yeah, that is something that I not yet understand. So maybe you will. Okay, we know.
Let's just do it step by step and see what we get. Then we realize what we created, and we'll change it to what we actually need. Usual process.
So it says, sorry, main TS, it says create app model. So the tutorial says something like that, create a microservice options with the app model, and then the gRPC. Okay. So I have NestJS Microservices. That
Yeah, and
so it's
you need to name it somehow differently. Two apps not working.
yeah. That's clear. Yeah, let's comment this out. I think our application should be just using that. Huh. Yeah, I'm looking at the screen that I was running NestJS other gRPC microservice. So I did it differently. I said application connect microservice and then add the microservice options with gRPC client options. Yeah, whatever works. Let's do the tutorial and see if that's gonna be fine.
Yeah, and I guess up list. Why it says that 3000 is not working? For example? Why number is not okay? So you have another listen method for microservice. But first, let's just import all the required dependencies because currently TypeScript, I guess.
Yeah, this one is not dependency. I see it's not yet installed for in this project. So let's install it. Interesting. In the tutorial, does it say something? It doesn't say about installing it, right? So is it like a? It should be a dependency of dependency. Maybe I can even show it like npm list, right? What was the command?
But I guess that you didn't have microservices in the tutorial because it's just
Not in this step, but you see, it includes microservices options, and it says in a hint there, like a transport enum should be imported from NestJS microservices package. So it's like implicitly it should be installed, but they didn't specify it in the tutorial.
yeah.
Okay, so this is gone. Okay, I think transport can be also imported from the same package as a hint says transport. Yeah. Okay, this is good. And the join is just not just join, right? I can just say import join from path, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Right. And this one says should be listening on. Not a port. I think it sorry, it will be using some default settings for microservice options. Port. This is just a type, doesn't have constants.
Don't you have features just to click by listen in Visual Studio? Because in Storm I usually yeah. So it just didn't accept any arguments. So just
Yeah.
drop.
Let's do that. Let's remove it. Yeah, indeed. Do you see pop-ups when I show VS Code? Because I had actually
Yes,
a pop-up
yes.
that was okay, that's good.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, all right. So how is the application going? Okay, so now it's not no such file. Hero proto. I like this error. This is good. So it says it cannot find this proto file. This is fine because this is the next step. So in a tutorial that I'm seeing in the background, it says you have to add assets of proto files to a Nest CLI JSON file. Yeah, it says also add the watch assets there. I don't know how. Are you familiar with this Nest CLI JSON file? Like, do you understand what is it's just a configuration for a Nest project, right? Like a meta configuration for it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So, in any level, we can add a proto. What does a watch assets? It says if true, run in watch mode, watching all non-TypeScript assets. Okay. Top level compiler options. So I'm not quite sure what would be.
Well, what's assets?
Proto files, for example. Proto. Actually, we should see somewhere here.
yeah. So it looks like that it will not look for only TypeScript and JavaScript files. That's why we need to specify watch hosts.
Only TypeScript files will be watched. Like everything inside SRC will be watched by default. Okay. So all good. Let's set some proto. Actually, you see here we have a hello world service in from Golang, so it has already a proto hello world. So not gonna be using that, by the way, but just to show an example of that. And one more thing, I would need to do that anyways, but I think Proto Buffer has a nice plugin. I think VS Code Proto Free I was installing last time. It's quite good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of all kind of plugins. They are not helping too much, but yeah, I can, I think,
Syntax
enable
is
it
important.
only. Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I will enable it only for this workplace. I don't care about other pieces of project. Okay. So here we go. We have a proto directory. Let's set some proto file there. Okay. Hero proto. It says hero proto file. Okay. Now we see nice. So yeah, I don't know how you're familiar with it. I think it's a very straightforward syntax. It's so a good thing with the Protobuf format is it's very tiny. It's actually not that much you can declare. It's much less powerful than TypeScript, for example, types. What it does here is very clear. It's like it says, okay, I'm gonna be having the package hero. I want to deliver a service, or I will be using a service if you want to use a client. The service is named like that. It has one method, find one. This is a weird name, but RPC keyword is for methods. Like a find one is going to be a methods inside this service. It will accept an object of type hero by ID, and it will return an object or it will return a message of type hero. And then another keyword is just a type declaration. With a keyword message, you say, okay, this is hero by ID type. It has a field for type integer with ID and name for hero object. Basically, that's the whole Protobuf format, actually. So you don't have much more than that. Yeah, you have some lower level types like strings, maybe doubles, floats, things like that. But yeah, it's not much more than that. All right.
So I see you just specify types here and points of communication, like
yeah, that's true.
like
yeah.
API, and that's I think that all stuff.
Yeah, it is. And the good thing is that from this file, the gRPC framework, gRPC technology, together with Protobuf technology. So how that works? This is a declaration, and they on top of this declaration, Proto and the gRPC framework, they will generate code for us. Like the code can be generated together with TypeScript, or it depends on plugins that we have. But the idea is that you will generate code, and actually in your application you will use generated code. Like you will import something from generated code, and all communication protocol related stuff and validation related stuff will be sitting there basically.
Cool. So now we gonna just have a server, gRPC server, maintaining this error. But there we implement this method find
one. Yeah, we need to introduce implementation at some point to that. Yeah, I'm looking at the tutorial. It says something about the gRPC transporter, some options that we have, like a package name, default settings for us. Good, actually. Yeah, so next is indeed to have a controller, which is gonna be also implementing a service for gRPC, I think. So let's have that. Let's go to the app controller. Shall we create a new one, actually? Maybe that would make more sense. I'm a little bit surprised, but by this listen skipped port, because in the end you will need a port where it's where you can be communicating to. So it says default localhost 5000. Yeah, let's hope that would work. Specifies a bit differently with the gRPC transporter. Yeah. So.
Do you need another controller, or it's just if it's example and it will have just a couple of methods, then we can use app controller, I guess. Or what's
Yeah, I think we. Yeah, to be honest, I think it would be nice to show like to have multiple controllers, one like a normal controller and the other is gRPC controller, and they can communicate maybe, or you can ask one thing to do the other, to call to another one, something like that. So how do I create a new controller? Is that with the CLI? How you usually do that?
Yeah, but first think that you should think not controllers, but modules. Do you think it's two different logical things? Then you need to create to like modules. So you never create just controller. You always create a module, and then you can have a controller in it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. One second before that. So actually, we have this error, and this is interesting.
That's because
it seems that it didn't copy the proto file or whatever was.
Yeah, because you have a separate folder for proto, so, I guess. And could you show me how you include proto file inside the?
Yeah, like that.
But
it should be inside a hero.
Yeah, so
okay,
we need to create a module hero, and there you probably will have hero proto, and there you can add the hero controller.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. What I will do instead, I think do something like proto, because I want my protos to be stored on the root level. Probably I will share some of them between multiple microservices if I have them. So that's fine. Okay, let's see if that would solve the issue. So far, so good. Interesting what going on with our endpoints, if that's still accessible. No, of course, because we removed this. Yeah, and this is probably the gRPC error already. So looks good so far. Wondering how we gonna do the REST endpoints, but okay, all in one, all step by step, basically. All right, so let's create a controller. So you say we should introduce a model for that.
Yeah, you can use CLI to generate it.
But my model should be so app model is gonna be our root, right? And then inside
yeah, inside app module you just add dependencies.
Okay, nest CLI new. Then
let's take a look at the help.
Yeah, good one.
No. Yeah, here we go.
Generate.
Configuration. You can generate controller.
Generate, and then so you propose module.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
I think module Just call it hero.
Hero. Let's see. Let's check that. It's called hero. Yeah, I'm wondering, should we rewrite this a bit? Like we say here, create a microservice, and this is already sort of configuration for microservice here. Actually, what this guy says, I will register the microservice of from a package hero, and you can find the declaration of this package in here. And this application, this module, already implementing that. So how can I structure it, taking it into consideration? Like, should I just have another controller here and then do something like hero model?
So if you want the app module to stay for different things, then yes. So if but
Okay.
yeah, like this.
Okay, so you like this structure. This is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, interesting that I have to declare it in here, not in my model itself, but yeah, sure. Okay, and this model, then I will have a controller. I need to register a controller here.
Yeah, it's strange that it's generated on the module file. Usually it generates, so we can create controller from here as well.
And I need to do that inside my hero model, right?
Who knows?
Hero.
Who knows? It probably understands the structure.
Okay.
Because it creates for you a src folder. It's probably.
So generate controller hero hero controller. How would you say that? Like that?
No, just hero.
Okay.
Just hero. Okay. So hero controller.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I'm not sure how it understood it, but yeah, sounds good.
Check hero module. I guess inside hero module, yeah, it's already added hero controller for you. Isn't it smart?
Yeah, it's super cool. It says no changes. That's yeah, I guess when you introduce new directories, you should sometimes restart this process, but so far so good. Okay. So now I can actually implement my Protobuf service. What it says.
So probably you need this. Yes.
Yeah, I copied it from a tutorial. So GRPC method of hero service will in hero service find one. So let me open here for hero proto.
By the way, do you have after import feature inside Visual Studio? Like then?
Yeah, I should install. I should add something for that. I probably it's possible, but
yeah, like this.
I don't know exactly how it should. Yeah, let me check with the tutorial. See, it says gRPC method is imported from NestJS Microservices, while metadata from gRPC package. Okay, so let me see if I click again on that. Quick fix. Yeah. I'm wondering, did Visual Studio Code recognize that this is actually coming from microservices, or it was just blindly guessing? Yeah, maybe. Okay. And metadata, it says from a gRPC. So let's see if it will recognize it too. Oh. Control dot command dot. That's good. for that one, it seemed interesting because this type should be generated from a proto format from here. Basically, somehow we need to get this generated package. Let me see if there are some words about where to get this, how to get it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't see how it's generated yet.
Maybe it places it inside the dist folder.
It should be, but I'm not sure if this already can generate these files for me. So hero here, controller, this is fine. Okay. How can I? Yeah, I see in my other project it was generating interfaces for me from this proto file.
I'm reading the docs as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but let me reshare a screen so we are reading same docs maybe. Okay. App service. Yeah, I see. TS Proto package. So the Proto interface can be automated. And they in this tutorial they provided themselves, but we want clearly to generate it from a TS Proto package. Transforms Proto into strongly typed idiomatic TypeScript. Sure, sounds cool. Quick start. TS Proto. So I would expect that actually is included into the package as well. So let me check that. So now we can add, I guess, the TS Proto package to generate the interface.
Yeah.
Okay. Visual Studio Code. Hello, controller. Righty. So npm list TS Proto, is that's already a dependency? No. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So let's install npm TS Proto. So hello GRPC. And the other project that I have, I don't have TS Proto installed actually. Interesting.
Sure. And it would be nice, of course, if it watches files and transform them. I think that for now we just call it interfaces.
Yeah, that's right. So it says that for generating that, I need to run a command, something like protogen ts proto, and then out to here, and pass my proto file. Yeah, that's gonna be a little different.
When you want to store these interfaces together, these proto files, I mean, in the same folder.
Yeah, I think this is a fine approach. Yeah. So I don't have Proto C, of course. So that's we predicted that, I guess. Okay. Let's do that. So for installing Proto C, let me show another screen I have. So Protobuf is a well-known package is a tool to compile different proto files into different formats. By default, it will support Node.js as well, but not with the TypeScript. So TypeScript is not officially supported here. Yeah, but that's this shouldn't be a problem. Excuse me. So it says brew install Protobuf. That's good for me because I have a brew. Should be also up to date in my case. The dependencies that we added with a TS Proto should be enough to have an inter proto file. Let's see. I'm doing it in the background, so so far it's going good. Almost done actually. I will switch now quickly to my screen to my terminal.
So Protoc allows you to write plugins for different languages.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what it's very extendable, and so inside the GRPC there is a validation layer. We can also say about types and different languages, and there is a communication layer. There are two layers in my opinion, and you can extend many things. Like you can extend the protocol that you transport in your data. So it can be, for example, HTTP4 or HTTP3. You can set some plugins for that, and that implement it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Proto C minus V. Yeah, of course. That's a whole pain for me. Like all packages do it differently. Version, I think with Java, you should do it Java version without a flag. The best approach is like that npm minus v minus version. Some of them are using only uppercase. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Proto C, Protoc indeed. It's a good name for it. Okay. So it says plugin Proto again TS Proto out into the good point.
I guess,
It should
yeah.
be Proto. Should it be?
Yeah.
So how would I specify this import interface in my code? I will say go upper directory into proto file, and this is not super convenient, right? It should be probably into the src folder.
Yeah, it's true. Probably directly in Hero original.
To src, right? Yeah, and then on top level of my my project, it will be also fine because I would expect my microservices will share it between each other. Okay, sounds good. Let's go. All right, it did something.
It creates proto directory besides RC.
I don't see. Ah, yeah, it did. Yeah, that's true.
And here it is. Let's take a look at it.
It's a wonderful package here.
Great. So many types.
It has some implementation too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So this is already generated service from that takes care about validation. It has types. It has a yeah. You see this find one implementation here. The RPC package. RPC package should be. Where's my RPC package here?
Interesting. I thought it generates only types, but it generated the full service.
Yeah, from tutorial it was not clear to me too. Well, seems that it's not having that much implementation. So like in here, interface RPC request. What does a request does? It doesn't have implementation for request, I think, for example. So I'm not entirely sure that it has implementation, for example. I don't see it here, but it does something with a data format at least. Okay.
Yeah, but looks like
Yeah, let's find out.
in this case we need to put it into SRC hero and call it something like hero proto TS. That's what I think. Because in Node, if you need to reuse something, you will reuse the service. And to reuse service, you add dependencies and use all this dependency injection mechanism. So this file will be used only inside the hero service. Yes, should be.
Yeah, I got this point. Let me see. So we actually generated one. Okay, we generated one service or set of types or whatever tools for hero service only, and we know that we're gonna be using it only for heroes. So that makes sense. So we're gonna do that then. SRC hero, right? We expect it to be SRC
Yeah,
hero.
and probably give it name like not just hero TS, but hero proto TS.
It's gonna be inside the proto folder, so it's fine. At least that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let me add some script here. Proto gen hero for now. I know it's not a super name, but it's something. It should be generate proto hero. Okay. npm run gen proto hero. All right. So yeah, that looks good to me. I mean, I got the point that it can be hero proto, but if it's inside a folder, that's also fine. At least to me, that looks good. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
All right, then let's go back to our hello controller, I guess. Now we should be able to have to use these types. So let's import hero by ID from proto. I don't need a dot.
No, that's okay. No, you need the dot. Without that, it will not work.
And a hero to. Okay, it's good.
And
server call, yeah. What is the server? Okay, this is a metadata. So this is for gRPC So I can use it from here. Okay, looks good. Looks good.
I didn't like any, but
yeah, that's true.
can you see documentation for server recall if you just this is what it expects: request type and response type, and we have both, I guess.
Request type and response type. Wait a second. Yeah, this is a gRPC specifics. Like potentially, I think you can. Yeah, you can get some metadata for the request and response that are coming and going. I don't. I think it's fine. Sorry, it's not fine to have any. I agree, but I think for now we don't use them. So let's ignore it maybe for now.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, it's not used variables at all. See now. Look at the body. Okay.
Yeah. Metadata is not also used. The call not used. Yeah, I don't know if it's required. If we can remove them after that. I mean, it can do some, like aftermath. Okay, you are not using it. You have 0 arguments for that. I don't know. For now, I will leave it. But yeah, I got the point. We probably right now. Let's see first if that's still working. No. Hero controller has no explicit member of heroes controller. That should be easy to fix. Where did we specify in a model? Hero model heroes controller. Okay. It should be hero controller. We created a hero controller, I think. Hero. So I will here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but what should we use? Because here we implement sort of hero service. And here we say, okay, this is a okay. So we just rename the whole controller, I guess, not the service. We can be renaming this guy.
But then
you see inconsistency.
Yeah, you need to rename the full module and all the files to heroes.
Okay. Okay. What if I? What's easy here?
Yeah,
maybe I should just do here.
Yeah, and regenerate it, and that's it.
Okay. That's a weird thingy. So I'm a little stuck. What should I fix? What is the best to fix here with the name?
So you can just rename heroes controller. I mean, here just call it hero controller.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
And
it's gonna be implemented in hero service. Yeah. Fine. Okay. So it's compiling. Let me see if I can. I think I don't. I cannot easily show how to call it right now because I don't have all the packages installed to do that. But let me do the curl. This is running.
How you usually check GRPC codes?
Yeah, you can use some specific CLI tool for that. Like it will do the gRPC protocol. I don't have that. I'm not a big fan of that thingy. So gRPC client call. How do I easily test it? I think this is the last thing we checking today. By the way.
Yeah. But would be nice to check it.
The easiest though is if we know how, like to have a REST controller as well running, and this REST controller. No, sorry, that would not work either. I think if we finish this tutorial with a gRPC, that would actually produce the REST endpoint that will be calling gRPC service and responding in a REST way. Yeah, maybe this is for later then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Andrei, how we conclude this session? I think. So to me, a little bit of unfortunately we didn't finish it, but nice for me to start at least. I did that before. I remember some things, but all the time I have to recover. So how does it feel for you? Was it useful?
Yeah. So it's like tutorial for beginners how to start this gRPC, and I mean, would be nice to check it, but probably just next time. Now, we at least
when it's working.
Yeah, but I think that it's great that we managed to compile Hero Proto to TypeScript. So it would be very interesting to see it in action. But yeah. I think that just
sounds good, and thanks for help in this session then, and
no problem.
very soon. And yeah, hopefully everything would work by that time.
Yeah. Okay.
All
So.
right. Have a good Saturday.